Alright, welcome back to more Ratchet and Clank. Up your arsenal. Play on words. We are going to Tyhrranosis, sorry.
Rendezvous on Tyhrranosis.
I always like how it told you how many titanium bolts were on each planet.
Yeah, and I could have swore you had one from somewhere.
Yeah, we did find one on Florana.
Yeah, like the first planet.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Something bad.
We did find one, though.
I know you found one. It was up there because it was up there in the middle. It was like this little secret hidden area.
Yeah, we grabbed it because I wanted to see if it would give me...
You haven't died, I don't think. That's weird.
Bolts. Have I not died yet? No, I did. No, wait. No, I didn't.
I
died off camera earlier before you got here when I was grinding.
Okay.
Because the controller was like jacking
That's
up.
right.
And I couldn't move or anything. This PS3 controller is in its swan song right now.
And I'm not sure why that is about PS3 controllers. This is my third one, and they've all been like that. That is so weird.
There's no telling.
Like, it's got to be just like, I don't know, PS3 wasn't the...
I mean, it rattles when I shake it, which I probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, do I have some guys joining me here, or is it just me? Oh, I do.
There they are. How many gonna... Well...
I got
They had
bullets
5.
coming.
Now you're down to 3. Now you still got 4.
They may just be
Now you got 3.
they may just be respawning.
2.
Ow. That hurt. Is there any of them left at all?
There's 2 of them left.
I don't think they moved with me anyways, so they'll probably just stay here at the spawn area. That's whatever.
It's like, is it possible to get to the ground with all 5 guys? Because I don't think it is.
No, it's... Well,
Probably predetermined
at
anyways.
least they're already fighting for me. These guys are more help and preferable to me than anyone on the whole team that we've got assembled, apparently.
Oh.
Annihilator. I think...
That's the Rhinoceros?
I think that ends up being the Decimator.
Oh, yeah, the Decimator. I always forget about some of these weapons.
Because the Rhinocerator ends up being like a nuclear kind of thing where it just flashes and kills everything, but that's a rocket launcher.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Man, we need more money. Oh, hi. God, I just never used the shock blaster, I'm not even gonna lie.
You know, probably the only bad thing about them guys helping you is you can't level your weapons up.
That's true.
I mean, if they get ahead of you, I mean.
Well, I'm not gonna complain.
At least they're good health.
I locked on to like... I like I locked on some stuff behind the screen there. It's alright. Let's see. Me being of the whore that I am, I have to get all the bolts I can get. And yeah, it's definitely scaling. We're getting all kinds of bolts now, like, from breaking stuff. Way more than we were at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I know there's eventually a weapon you can get that's kind of like a black hole. I don't know what it is.
Just sucks the enemies up.
What are you doing, Ratchet? Look at
That was random.
There's no way to cancel this. Right, yeah, there is. Aha! So I can kind of switch out of wasting the Hydra ammo if I'm careful about it.
I did notice it shot some of that weapon when you switched to it, though.
That's fine. I don't ever use the shot cannon anyways.
There was everyone to switch to them.
Now, you see, what I'm trying to remember is, does this thing switch to Tempest on its own, or does it not make the switch to the mega weapons until you do a challenge mode?
I'm not sure.
Because I think a lot of the weapons don't actually reach their second level, or their second name, until you do challenge mode.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I think they may cap off at level 5 here, at least. These guys are killing everything. Oh, still not that much,
That is so good.
Gotta give them credit. These dudes are messing them up pretty good, though. Like, seriously. Got a double.
God, look at the bolts you're getting.
I got a double boat.
Last time I looked at you got almost 6,000 bolts. That's the last time I looked.
Oh, that's a shield I have to break. There we go.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage, you gotta admit.
I wasn't expecting that.
Wouldn't be a kid's game if there wasn't some sort of pulsing TNT crate to break.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, how much health does it have? I should have just shot it. Alright, so are we done?
Close, it looked like, maybe.
No. It's one of those games where it's like it's satisfying to break crates and get the crap that's inside of them.
Exactly.
And that's always a good thing if a game can do something like that. Oh,
shit.
I didn't like this. I wasn't a big fan of the.
Any driving in a platform game is probably just gonna.
Well, you know,
not
it's
be
like
good.
it's like you know, you created the perfect game like on the ground. Let's put him on a fucking. It's like in Crash Bandicoot. It's the perfect game on the ground. Put him on a
motorcycle.
Put him on a jet ski.
Yeah, jet ski, motorcycle.
And it's like, why? It was so good without it. And you have to use it, I think, to make the jump to get into that area. But I think I can get off of it.
Fucking Insomniac, man. They made the perfect Spider-Man game, but let's throw a Mary Jane stealth mission in there for the hell of it. No.
Oh, did they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Miles Morales missions were stealth, too. I didn't like those either. His were a little better. It was like, it was overly, it wasn't complicated, it was just, okay, you almost finished and then you fail.
Oops, nice. Exit. What do you do? Okay. Do this.
And not only do you fail, you have to restart all the way over.
Is that the one? You haven't recorded any of that, have you?
Oh yeah, got a whole series of it.
Oh, that's the newest Spider-Man?
Yeah, that was the new Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was the new one, and then I did the DLC, and they even decided to put some of the DLC, although there wasn't much of it, because I don't want to say there was fan backlash, but like, that was literally the perfect game, except for that.
The DLC?
No, the DLC was fine. I'm talking about the stealth missions they had. It's just not even, like, if it, I feel like you'd been Peter Parker doing it, it would have been okay. There was literally one stealth mission I didn't mind in the Spider-Man game. I think that was when we were in the subway, and that was because Spider-Man was on the ceiling and you were down there like triggering where he was gonna land, and you were as her, so that was okay. Fucking Insomniac. You make the perfect game and shit on it with some stupid mechanic.
It's crazy how some games just.
Oh, it's not. It's not even just Insomniac. There's other games. It's like such a good game.
Great game, except for.
Boom, that.
I don't think I have the item.
Yeah, you have to.
I need to repel to that.
Oh god. Whoa. Oh my god.
Whoa. Get sniped.
Didn't want to lock onto that one guy.
I was doing it weird. Oh god, what are you doing? What is this? It was to hold L2, not L1. I keep getting confused. I'm scared.
Oh
wow,
good, you leveled up again.
I can't believe it reached that far. Yeah, level 38. Well, no, we were already level. I guess we're level 28 because we were level 10. Well, we had 10 health to start with. And every level you get one more maximum health. So.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here trying to think of games that get ruined by like one mechanic. Yeah, you made a perfect example of a Crash Bandicoot.
I mean,
better yet, it's not even, I wouldn't even say so much the motorcycle as it was the airplane. I hated the airplane levels. My god.
And you weren't alone. Those were hard.
Yeah, those were like, especially that last one. Which, I mean, I get that secret portal, it's pretty hard, but Jesus.
Some of those secret warp room levels were just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
Like, ridiculous.
Wrath of Cortex, even. It had like a super monkey ball mechanic. Like, you were like in this bamboo barrel or like ball or something, rolling around through a whole level.
Hamster ball. Like a
hamster ball.
Kind of thing.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, and those levels were okay, but at the same time, it's just like, I mean, why?
I guess it's kind of satisfying when you beat them, but not when it takes you 15 tries to beat it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying they were like, I don't know, they were more annoying than they were hard, I guess. Oh shit, what happened?
I'm kind of at a loss at where to go.
Is there a map?
Well, I mean, on the mini-map down here, because I'm supposed to be breaking these turrets up, but I don't know.
Are you supposed to get in the car and drive to those?
Well, I mean, I guess there may be like ramps I have to jump, but I could have sworn there was a whatever. Whatever. Let me just go fill up my ammo, which I really don't need to do. There we go.
Well,
I will give it credit. The driving mechanics, it feels really good. I like it. So it's just.
I've got the perfect one. Insomniac, you sons of bitches.
What?
Spyro the Dragon put him on a fucking snowboard or a skateboard.
Oh,
They did the first 3
yeah.
on PS1. That's the whole reason.
I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid, I feel like I loved the skateboarding levels as a kid, but I feel like
as a kid, I wasn't trying to 100% it, so it was like, oh, fun, he's on a skateboard.
yeah, you could just screw around with it and leave. You know, you didn't have to like actually.
And it's not even so much because the skateboard wasn't terrible. It's that snowboarding crap that was at that end that I'm talking about. If you watch the
I remember
super bonus round
as a kid hating and simultaneously loving those levels where you had to fly through them and collect all the, like, you know, 6 different types of, like, the rings and the lanterns and the boats and all that. Like, those were hard.
Those were so hard. And in the third one, like, they didn't have the speedways. It was something.
Speedways is what it was called. Yeah.
Maybe they weren't called speedways in the third one. No, the first and second one they were called speedways. I feel like they were called something different in the third one. But they were like super hard in the third one.
You had a time limit. You had to collect everything.
Yeah.
And it was brutal.
Now, something like that was satisfying to me because eventually you got so good you memorized like the path to take or something.
Yeah, eventually you figured it out.
Once again, that is hilarious that I'm calling Spyro out because they did develop the first 3 Spyro games on PlayStation 1. So the whole reason they were even in the remaster was because they were in the first one. That's hilarious. Insomniac. Having these damn near just perfect games. You've almost got a perfect game here. But damn.
Just add one small thing to mess it all up.
Yeah. It's so funny. That is them. But kudos for making a great game otherwise. Because they really are.
Ow, I didn't see you over there.
I think others' health.
I was gonna hit that for sure. Let's just go ahead and set that off.
And more health. Oh, hell.
Oh, hell.
I didn't know what was happening for a second.
See, it's weird. I'm blanking on more games like that, but I know for a fact there are other games that I feel the same way about, where it's like, oh, it's a great game, but this one thing about it.
Let's think about San Andreas for a second.
Ruined
I try to sit here and think about it, and I know Zero's missions. I think that ruined it for me. Like, thank God those weren't mandatory.
Yeah, it's like, you know, everything else about the game was great.
You were pretty good at those. I sucked at them.
Here's these weird-ass puzzles from, like, an above-down, like, RTS view. Like we're playing Command and Conquer.
In the same vein, Vice City, when you have to do that construction mission towards the beginning, and it's so funny because even in the playthrough, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna take forever, and I got it the first try. But it's like, ugh, it's just I'd rather just not have to drive an RC car if I can help it, or an RC plane, and drop little mini bombs on a barrel while simultaneously having to fight people that are shooting at me.
Yeah, that was probably a good example. Like, I'm trying to think of.
There might be other stuff because I mean, I don't want to say that ruined the game. It didn't really ruin it because it wasn't even mandatory unless you were trying to 100% it. And I mean,
yeah, I get what
you didn't have to beat those to advance the story or anything. You did have to buy that place though.
Oh yeah, you did, because he in order to progress the story, that was part of the campaign, because you had to like recruit him to your team, right?
Yep.
And we got that, and a lot of money. Oof, I can't believe that didn't hit me.
I mean, just truthfully though, any game that has driving in it that isn't supposed to have driving in it usually is not good. Underwater levels.
Well,
even
that's funny you mentioned that, because I mean, Payday 2 has 2 or 3 missions where you have to like.
Drive.
They tried to like implement driving cars, and it's just, it's so bad.
I love the Uncharted series so much, but the 4th game tried to implement driving, and it was just, I don't want to say it was like bad, because they were basically doing it because you had to solve some puzzles by hooking the tree up to your just Jeep or whatever and yanking it down so you could cross. I don't know, it was, you know, whatever. I get why they're doing it, but it was like, ugh, it just, Naughty Dog, come on, stick to your platformer.
Stick to what you know.
Stick to what you know.
I'd probably have to sit down and think about some of my more favorite games of all time and really get a proper argument going on about it, but
I mean,
it's got to be your games.
My number 2 favorite game of all time, Tombo. There's 3 events you have to clear where you have to drive this little thing around, and it's terrible. And it takes way too long to beat. You get a gold anyways. The other 2 aren't terrible.
Let's play that on the channel.
We actually have every game we've talked about so far on the channel.
Well, I mean, I guess it's if you're going to be a critic of something, you might as well have
some knowledge.
Yeah, a good knowledge of it instead of just a base opinion from playing it for like 5 seconds that one day. Seems like a fair way to look at it.
But in that vein, you know, like water levels on Crash Bandicoot, you know, I get why they're there. I get why they're in Super Mario Brothers. I get why they're in The Legend of Zelda. But why? Why? At the same time, why? They piss me off.
I don't know. I mean,
if you're gonna have a fire temple,
I
you have to have a water
really
temple.
didn't like the water levels in Crash Warped at all.
No, I hated them.
None of them were fun. They were all. They just.
It was different because that was the first time they'd ever done it.
It really fucking.
They didn't have any in the first and second one, obviously. So, obviously, on your demo, you're gonna try to show off the water level. Oh, this is new. And back then, it was like, oh, cool, he's underwater. But like, once again, when you're trying to actually beat the game, it's a little complicated.
Oh my god, I remember this boss fight. This boss fight sucks.
I remember this.
I remember the boss fight. I can't remember how it goes, but I remember running for my life like crazy, I'm pretty sure. Because he, like, chases after you. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. This was so hard when I was, like, playing it the first time. I remember...
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy.
This dude.
God. This is gonna suck. Gotta remember how to fight you. I'm about this flux rifle. Hey, there's like no way to avoid his attacks either. I remember. Oh yeah, it's the machine gun. It's like impossible to avoid if I don't jump off of that. It was harder than this. There's something I'm not doing yet.
Probably got to get him down to a certain amount of health.
I can't see shit. No, oh, well, I didn't want to shoot that. I mean, I want the ammo, but... If you were a kid, I wonder if you even knew that you could, like, jump that long jump to get up and do it.
Something I often wonder about is, like, as a kid, why were these games even fun to me? Because they piss me off sometimes now. It's like, how did I even beat that?
I mean, what was it you played on the channel that, was, like, fucking hard as hell?
Lord, there's no telling.
But you were, like, getting, like, visibly frustrated with it.
Is it the Spyro thing towards the end? The super bonus round?
I want to say it was...
Because I got pretty fucking mad at that.
No, I don't think it was that.
So mad I actually edited in some of the rage because it was pretty funny. That's the second time I watched it. I had it fucking glitched out again. I was like, no!
I remember doing this, because now it puts it in his first-person view. Yeah.
This is probably the part you remember that was hard.
Yeah.
Just have to beat him or just outrunning?
I think I have to run. I think I have to run this way. I would love to kill all these guys, too. Like, that's a lot of experience.
Would be the bolts and experience. I don't even know if you get bolts, but you at least get experience.
Whatever. We'll have to get this thing to level 5. And I don't even know if it goes any further than 5. I really don't.
The hypno or what?
The Hydra, yeah.
What the fuck am I talking about? Hypno. That's bad.
Thank God. This thing has a lot of ammo. Ow. My legs. What am I gonna do about my legs, Sasha? Alright, yeah, this is the part where there's like... Oh, he's firing missiles now, that's right. No. Oh, God. I don't think it'll let me jump off, fortunately. Stop missing. I remember this fight being really hard and annoying for some reason, but it's not, so I don't know what I remember. But apparently I was remembering wrong. Can I still shoot him when he's up there? Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. I feel like there was like 2 levels to this fight. Nah, I guess there wasn't.
Oh my God.
First, you made another miraculous comeback. Now you've defeated the Tyhrranoids in a spectacular battle on their own planet. How do you explain your recent success?
Courage, compassion, dashing good looks, iron hard abs! Seriously though, to be a true hero of heroes, you need more than loads of charisma and a brilliant tactical mind. I couldn't have done it without these massive guns! Mwah! Mwah!
What a prick.
He's probably, if it makes you feel any better, that's what I'm going to tell myself, I'm pretty sure he's still a virgin. Like, he's never actually had sex in his life. He's like, okay, he reminds me of Johnny Bravo, kind of.
Okay. That's fair. Maybe this would be a good,
yeah,
stopping point.
Yeah, because this is some more
battle missions.
Island stuff. Yeah, we'll pause here and we'll try these out in the next episode and we'll see how it goes. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.